It's interesting you talked about uh, opening yourself up to people that are operating at a level that may be unimaginable to you before doing so, like meeting millionaires. And then when you get to that level, it's like, well, then there's billionaires. Do you feel like the more successful the social perception becomes, the easier it is for you to stay in your box? I mean, the
Yeah,
more people that are
you can.
look up to you, the easier it is to stay in that box.
Yes, I think so. But then that in its own right is stifling in growth. And so again, um,
You don't
if
let
you're
that
not
happen.
uncomfortable,
Right.
you're not growing. So it's important as you know, as challenging as it can be, it's important to put yourself in uncomfortable positions, because if you're taking those challenges on and doing them, you're growing and you're learning. And wow, isn't that what life's all about? I mean, seriously, it doesn't make things more exciting.
Well, it's obvious that we're going to be friends. No,
I mean, I believe it does, and
wow.
because of that,
Yeah.
and that exposure and learning, to have the ability to deal with a variety of people in a variety of situations through their personality profiles and how to relate to them. It just makes you easier to talk to, and more approachable for more people.
It's interesting because I've come to find, and especially over the years of coaching on an extremely high level, men predominantly, something occurs, usually not inspiring, but traumatic, or um, for that mindset that you just demonstrated to start happening. However, listening to you, it sounds like that's the mindset you've consistently had since you started, even in school. Would you say that, or was there ever a time?
I would say,
and that's rare.
I keep score because and I say keeping score, it's a way to track, are you on target with what you're doing? And so, from that standpoint, I consider myself a competitive person. And so, let me give you an example of that all the way through. So when I was with my former company, it's a great company. I was with them for a lot of years, and good people, local, but they were a local company, and they were a powerhouse. They were number one, and so I got involved with them, and then I would go to their award ceremonies. And my first couple of years, I wouldn't be up on the stage, but the top producers, maybe top 10, would be. So then I remember it to this day, because at the time it was at what used to be the Valley Forge Music Fair, and I saw these rock stars, getting acknowledgement up on the stage, and we were a sizable company but local. And I thought to myself, okay, I want to achieve that. I want to be up on the stage and one of their top people. So that was goal number one. And so then I was able to achieve that. And then the company was bought out by a bigger company, and we were at a national convention, my first one. And all of a sudden, I saw more national people, and thought I was doing pretty well locally. But compared to that, it's like, wow, small pond. And so, I remember saying to the CEO at the time, 1 or 2 years I'm going to be on that stage. And then I was able to achieve that goal. And then, and I was a top producer for them, and it was all good. I was being mentored and coached by people. I've always had coaches. So that was good. That helped stimulate me and keep me going. And then some opportunities opened up with KW. That was a transition that we could make, more opportunity, and competing at another level. And so, I've transitioned to that.